You're listening to Sip and Grow the podcast, the show where we taste awesome, delicious wines while having unfiltered conversations about our passions, experiences, struggles, entrepreneurship, and life. My name is Nicole DiPasquale, and I'm a wine enthusiast just trying to pursue her passions and dreams while taking you on the journey with me, one episode at a time. My ultimate goal is to not only bring you wine knowledge and value, but also inspire you to enjoy your process and journey in pursuing your passions and dreams. Because guess what? The person you become while enduring the process is more important. So sit back, grab a glass, and let's sip and grow together. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Sip and Grow. I am your host, Nicole DiPasquale, and today we are going to talk about Cabernet Franc. So honestly, this is another favorite grape of mine. If I want to go for a little bit heavier, it's not a heavy bodied wine. It's not a full body wine, I'm sorry, but it's like a medium bodied wine. But I personally prefer a Cabernet Franc versus a Cabernet Sauvignon. Not to say that I don't like Cabernet Sauvignon, but I figured today we will introduce Cabernet Franc. It's actually one of the major black grape varieties like worldwide. And it's usually known for making like Bordeaux style blends. So usually it'll be blended in with Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot in like a Bordeaux style wine. And it's actually the parent grape for Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Carmenere, which I want to do an episode on Carmenere because that grape variety is actually really interesting. It's mostly now grown in Chile, but there's a little bit of history of where it was first grown in France, but it didn't do so well there and it thrived in Chile. So that will be another episode for another time. But the cool thing is, like I said, this one's blended with Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, with Merlot wines. Oh my gosh, that reminded me. Do you guys know, there's like if you're well versed in the meme world, there's this girl who was really famous. It was a really famous meme called like ERMEHGERD. And you would use it for anything. So it would be like, she would be holding books and it would be like, oh my God, Berks. I just sounded like that when I said Merlot. My aunt Delina will know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's get back to the wine. So I'm gonna start opening this up. But this one, I actually wanted to also talk about the label today. So this is another Peterson wine. I've tried a couple of these on the episodes on Sip and Grow. They have really decent wines, and I actually came across, so I have this book called The Wine Bible. There's, I believe, 3 versions out, or maybe 4. I have the first and second edition, and I haven't gotten through both of them. Like I basically like open up and read certain sections, but I definitely want to finish those books. It's a goal of mine to finish that by like next year, both of those editions, before buying the 3rd edition. But there was a section on like California and United States wine labels, and I figured since I already talked about Italian wine labels, I might as well talk about North American wine labels. So usually what they have is the name of the winery, which in this case would be Peterson. Then they have the name of the vineyard, which is Bradford Mountain Vineyard on this specific label. And then they'll have the grape variety, which is Cabernet Franc. And they'll have the wine region, which is Sonoma County, where I'm currently at right now. And then it sometimes it'll tell you like the specific area in Sonoma County. For instance, this one's in Dry Creek Valley. But and then the back usually will have like information if it's a blend. So like this one, for instance, usually Cabernet Francs have a little bit of Petit Verdot, Merlot, and then but most of it is Cabernet Franc. So the cool thing about this grape that I love, it usually tends to be like highly acidic, with medium tannins, and it's medium bodied. I love it because it's a very versatile wine to go with different types of foods, and it's not too heavy that you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is gross, I don't want to drink any more wine for the rest of the night. This is also one of my dad's favorite grape varieties to drink. And this one specifically is 80% Cabernet Franc, 5% Petit Verdot, and 15% Merlot. So, or as I said earlier, Merlot. Let's go ahead and open this. This one kind of slips out easily, so I just take it out like that. So currently I am freezing. It's 65 degrees. There was a heat spike this week and we got up into the 90s, and all of a sudden, so yesterday around this time, I think it was like 78 degrees outside. Right now it's like 65 degrees. And I'm a girl from Miami. You know, any little cold front, I'm freezing. I want to take out all my sweaters and wrap myself up because we just don't do well with the cold. Even though I like love the cold weather, I get cold very easily. And right now I'm currently shivering a little bit, but I'm hoping that this wine warms me up, because it's 65 degrees outside. It's great for the wine because honestly, for my Cabernet Francs and Cabernet Sauvignons, I like to, oh wow. Look at, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like really dark and there's sediments. So this is a 2014 vintage, by the way, forgot to mention that. This is, I think, the perfect time to drink it because usually they're released, I think, like 3 or 4 years. I couldn't find when this one was released, but they're usually released like a little more. Sometimes it's like between 3 to 5 years after the bottling process happened, which this one was probably bottled in 2015. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this one was probably released around 2019, 2020. But legit on the cork, there's like some sediment residue on there, which can happen. I mean, not every wine is perfect. But as I was saying, it's 65 degrees outside, and usually I like to store my like Cabernet Francs and Cabernet Sauvignons around like 68 degrees, just because they tend to be more on the like heavier side of things. I really want all the aromas and the flavors to come out. So usually I like to keep it a little bit more on the warmer side versus the colder side. Because sometimes when the wine is too cold, you can't really get the aromatic characteristics out of it. And you kind of have to wait till it cools down a little bit. But in this case, I had it in at 68 degrees. It's 65 outside, so it should stay at perfect temperature at all times. Oh look, there's a little friend in my glass. Wonderful. Mother Nature, we gotta love her. So I think this is the perfect time to be drinking this beautiful Cabernet Franc. I'm really excited because, like I said, I love my Cabernet Francs. Let's see. It already has it has a really nice color. So the outline of it is going more towards like the garnet red color, which just has like a beautiful aging color. And the good thing about Cabernet Francs is like you can, once you buy it, you can age it for between like, I wouldn't wait too long, but I would say age it between like 3 to 5 years before drinking it. Or you could drink it right away, because usually when these wines are released, they're ready to drink. But if you want to see a like bolder, different characteristic come out of it, you can wait a couple of years and you'll see the difference. So what I would suggest to do is buy a couple of bottles of the same vintage, drink it when you get it, wait 2 years, drink it at the 2-year mark, see the differences that you had. So you're gonna have to take notes because, you know, memory is a thing, and like I know it's sometimes really hard to remember every single detail of things. So write it down when you first buy it, wait 2 years, try it again, then wait, and then like on the 3rd year I would try it again, the 4th and 5th I would try it again. So I would get like 6 bottles total. But I think it's a good experiment to see what like year mark you like it the most, so that when you tend to get Cabernet Francs, you now know how you like it. So like if you really enjoyed it at the 3-year mark, waiting like when you aged it, I would definitely in the future be like, okay, if I ever buy Cabernet Francs, we're gonna age it for 3 years. Like by aging it for 3 years, I mean you don't drink it for 3 years, and then you take it out and enjoy it, and it's gonna be at your optimal taste preference, I guess would be the word. So let's go ahead and smell this wine. I'm like shivering. This is really hard right now to do this. Hold on. So immediately I get like black cherries, black currant, like dark plum. I'm even getting like a hint of like a tobacco flavor, but it's very faint, like a tobacco leaf smell type of situation. What else do we see in here? And I'm even getting a hint of like bay leaf. So it does have a couple of spices in there, but I'm leaning more towards like what a bay leaf smells like, and like a hint of thyme as well. Let's go ahead and try this bad boy. Oh my God. This is amazing. Why am I whispering? This is so good. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. So all those flavors I just mentioned, the black cherry, black currant, tobacco leaf, bay leaves, thyme, it's just coming through so eloquently. And it's even like there's an acidity to it. It's very like, it's highly acidic actually, which now I wonder, let me taste it, hold on. I'm even getting like a hint of like lemon peel in there, right? Like the peel of a lemon. And orange peel, actually more on the orange peel side. But I just love this wine so much because it's like highly acidic, doesn't have an intense amount of tannins that it's gonna be like aggressive and heavy. It goes down very smooth. It's medium bodied, and I would honestly pair this with anything ranging from a piece of lamb to an eggplant parmesan. I think it would go really well with acidic, like anything tomato based. I think it would thrive with that. I would even say to like anything with like goat cheese in it. I would love this with some goat cheese. I have some goat cheese in the fridge. I'll probably drink this after and eat some goat cheese with like a cracker or something. But like, let's say you're gonna have like I know what would go perfect with this. So I like to make myself a prosciutto sandwich. What do I do with my prosciutto sandwich, you say, or you ask? I get sourdough bread or any type of fresh bread. in this case, sourdough is what has been my go-to here in California. I will warm up the bread by layering extra virgin olive oil on both sides of the bread. We're gonna toast that bad boy. Toast it, put it on the pan, toast it until it gets like brown and crispy. You take that bad boy out. You layer a nice coat of goat cheese on both sides of the bread. Then what do you do after? I'm gonna tell you. You basically, you get your prosciutto. Well, actually no. You get your arugula. You sprinkle that arugula on the bottom side, whatever side you prefer to be on the bottom of the two bread sides. Just put it on the bottom. Put the arugula. Lay out some nice prosciutto on there, just fresh prosciutto. Then lay out some fresh mozzarella or like bocconcini mozzarella, which are those like little mozzarella balls. Cut it, slice it, whatever you want to do with it. Lay them out on top of the prosciutto. Now we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get some fresh pepper. Just crunch, 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 fresh pepper all over the top. And then the final touch, put the top layer of the bread on top of it. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's take the top back off. Last touch is a drizzle of olive oil. And if this is a fan favorite, if you are into this, if not, you don't have to do this. Balsamic vinegar glaze on top. And then put the bread on top. And then you eat that bad boy and you drink this Cabernet Franc. You're set. You're ready to go. Prime time. Anyways, I'm really hungry now. I would definitely recommend this Cabernet Franc. I did not find a price point for this, but usually they range anywhere from like the $40, like they start around the $40 range and then go up from there. So it is on the pricier side, but I would highly recommend you try a Cabernet Franc. If you want to try this one, I'll see if they have a link on their website to this particular vintage, and I'll link it in the show notes. If I don't find it, it won't be linked there, but I'll still have the name of the producer and the wine that we drank today. But I highly recommend this, especially if you're more open to bigger, bolder red wines. This is not the boldest you can go. The boldest you can go would be a Cabernet Sauvignon, but I love this varietal so much, and I think it's versatile, it's delicious, it goes down smooth, and it doesn't like kill your throat with tannins. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and please leave a comment or a review. I would greatly appreciate it, and just reach out to me and let me know what other topics you guys want to talk about on here, because I'm always looking to get new ideas, new fresh ideas for each of my episodes. But I hope you guys enjoyed today, and I can't wait for you guys to hear the next one. And I will be finishing this bottle tonight. Cheers.